Hello everyone, welcome to Apple at iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. Today I found an app that is not approved through Apple or the App Store of Apple that you can do screen recording on your device. So there's no need for you to be using your computer like I'm going to use for an example here. I open up Reflector 2, which is a paid app that I use. I run my AirPlay on my iOS device, and you'll see my phone should appear in a moment. There it is. So instead of using your computer to screen record to do your tutorials or so forth, there is an actual iOS app that someone created, and it seems like it's not created through that company, but a developer probably sold it to that company until, I don't know, till however it goes with money wise or purchasing the app or so forth. Anyways, so the app is called iOS Screen Record. So this is the one that it is right here. So the screen recorder is no jailbreak is needed, available iOS 8 and later. Now there's another support site of this website that it says iOS 7 and newer. So anyone who has iOS 7 and between 8 or any other versions, if you can please put in the comments down below if you are running this and if it's working well for you or not. I am communicating with their support team to try to make this as the best app as it can be found, because I find it very useful when I'm not near a computer and I like to do a screen recording on my device. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install this app. It's going to ask me to install it, which is completely different from when you can normally go through the App Store. It'll just ask you for your password. If you're a developer or a future developer, or if you have a free developer account, you could upload your apps to a hosting site or Dropbox. I've used it through Dropbox. Send a link or text to that person, and they can go ahead and install this. Is there a way to bypass this? No, there is not. So you want to go select install. Now what's going to happen is it's going to install here on my device. There it is. It's installing at the bottom there. So now when you try to open up the app, it's going to say it's untrusted. Well, because it didn't go through the App Store, so it does not have the certificate trust to install on your device. So it's a non-trusted, basically. So you want to cancel this. You want to go head over to your settings. You want to select under General. And then down here, you're going to find Device Management. You want to select that. And so like I have one for Postmates. Postmates does their own hosting as well of their app. Specifically if you're a driver. If you're a requester requesting deliveries, then it's through the App Store. So here it is. It's called Eager Bidder Friendly. It's not called wondershare. So that's why it kind of throws me off who developed it. So then here it is. You select Trust. Yes, you trust this app. Now, sometimes you got to be careful when you install these apps because you don't know if it's really doing other stuff. It's recording your devices or so forth. Excuse me, I'm trying to get over a cold here. So now if I go back to screen recording, now it basically says connect to our social sites. If you want to, you're more than welcome to. So you have your 4 settings here. You have your resolution. If your iPhone or iOS device, which is a tablet as well, an iPad, can support 1080p or 4K. Hopefully they'll have 4K in due time. My 6S Plus does support 4K, but there's no option here for it. Next option is audio. For your audio, you have your built-in microphone. Your device audio is like if you connect it through something through the phone jack, headphone jack, and the headphone jack is connected to an external speaker, maybe your headset or so forth, and then you have the option of none. Now, I leave it as microphone because I'm using Final Cut Pro to edit the audio and go from there. For those individuals that are probably recording on the fly, they probably want to leave their microphone on, but it's to your discretion however you want to. Every time you record something, you would have to change the microphone. Same thing goes with automatically split the video. Excuse me. So, automatically split the video kind of helps for those individuals that don't know which or what they want to record. But the problem is once you hit next, it's going to start recording and it's not going to give you an option when do you want to split. It does it automatically. So this is basically probably based on space requirements on your device. So I normally have this off because I don't see the need of splitting the video. If I'm going to split the video, I'll do it in Final Cut Pro. Then your orientation, you have three types of orientations. You have the portrait, landscape, and landscape left and right. So I normally use portrait. All my apps are portrait. Landscape right, landscape left is based if you're probably doing a specific game that does left and right. So you would need those specific ones. So we're just going to do portrait. And we're going to open an Uber app in a moment. I'm an Uber driver. So we're going to go ahead and select on the top right. You can sign in here. And once you get a license key, the license key is for your iOS device and for a Windows computer. So similar like I'm using right down here, Reflector 2. This is a license for me to do screen recording on my Mac. So when you purchase your app through Wondershare, you're purchasing a Windows app, similar that does Reflector screen recording on your device to your computer. So we're going to select on purchase for an example. Now, here there are two versions. You have a 1-year license, which is $19.94, that has a screen recorder Windows version, and you have an iOS screen recorder app version. Now, you also have an iOS screen recorder down below, which is a lifetime license. In my opinion, I would say buy a lifetime license because this is a new app. You have no idea if it's going to take 3 years until they put it into the App Store or if it gets approved through the App Store. And during all these updates, you're going to get lifetime updates. Even though down here at the bottom, it says free lifetime updates. But if you're only purchasing one license, 1-year license, then you got to pay every year. For 2 years, you might as well pay the $39.94. I'm not advertising for Wondershare, but I'm just saying I purchased apps once they started coming out. I only purchased a 1 year and be like, yeah, whatever. And then now it's already 7-8 years, and I still have to pay for 1 year every license. Very good example. I purchased an app called RoboForm for my security password, and I'm still paying every year for it, and it's like $20, which kind of sucks. So I'm moving to a different platform. So that's pretty much it there. So it basically just says here the key code will be sent to your email. iOS 8 and Windows 10, 8, 7, Vista, and XP. So it's pretty much for all the Windows OSs. So it's pretty good. So let's go back to the app. So now we're back at the app, and now we're going to go ahead and select back. We're going to do a screen recording of an Uber app. We're going to just move it around. You're going to see, and what I've noticed, you're going to see your AirPlay is going to be disabled. So I also found out that it only works with certain apps. So like Uber, Lyft, Via, and a few other rideshare apps, and a few other apps besides that, like maybe your account and so forth. It works fine. But if you open up YouTube, it cancels the program automatically. There might be a glitch somewhere in between there. Maybe it's not allowed to record YouTube. Not sure. So I am speaking with the support team. I have their team lead on my email list, and we're going through all these interesting bugs. So let's go ahead and continue. Select next. So here basically it's just going to give you 30 seconds because this is a trial, and I just need a trial for now until these bug quirks are taken out, and then once they are, then I'll definitely purchase the app. So we're going to go ahead and continue trial. It's going to start doing this loading. You're not going to see it on my screen because it disables AirPlay. I'm going to open up my Uber app, and then I'll show you in a moment. Ooh, it's showing kind of red out there. I should be driving. So that's where pretty much it. We have C2E2 in Chicago, and we have something called Elite International Champions in Chicago that's going on. So my 30 seconds will be up in a moment. The bar at the very top is a red bar. It says screen recording, which you'll see in a moment. And that turns off, basically telling you it's stopped recording. So we're going to go on back to AirPlay. There's my AirPlay. Excuse me. So what we're going to do here is we're going to move over. We're going to hit screen recorder. It's going to say that it's saved to your camera roll. And there it is. When you initially install the app, it's going to ask you two things. It's going to ask you, it needs access to your microphone. You need to enable it. If you do not enable it, this option here will be set as none by default. So you need to enable it. You don't have to enable it, but when you get into the app, you would have to change it to enable it, and then you'll get another prompt that'll say, "Would you like to enable a microphone?" So mine is going to enable it the first time. Second is under saving the images in the video, saves it to your camera roll. You'll be prompted that says save movie files or recorded files onto your camera roll. If you say no to that, then it's not going to save it. So you're going to be recording for 5-10 minutes and it's just going to delete it, which is BS because why would you want to do that? So you want to select on OK or allow. All right, so it's already said it will save to my camera roll. We're going to go ahead and let's see if we can do it from my device itself. Normally I just sync it to my computer. Yeah, there we go. It thinks it's in landscape mode, even though I recorded it in portrait mode. So that's where pretty much it. We have C2E2 in Chicago, and we have something called Elite International Champions in Chicago that's coming up. So my 30 seconds will be up in a moment. The bar at the very top is a red bar. It says screen recording, which you'll see in a moment. And then right there, it basically stops. So you'll still see the screen recording on your end, but in the video itself, the screen recording bar, the red bar at the very top, disappears because that means it ended the recording. Now, if you wanted to see, which I can do here, is select this. I want to airdrop it to my computer, and then we can see how much megabytes it came out to be. There we go. All right, it's transferring the file over. There it is. So it's an MP4 file, which basically works with Apple. Great, wonderful. Let's do an info on it. It's only 7 megs for 30 seconds, which is pretty good. You do have the size it shows there. And then down here below, you have a 1080p. So it is recording at 1080p at 19:20. It is using the standard of 264 with Apple. It's an AC, so it will also work with your iTunes, so there's no converting needed. So if you wanted to do a tutorial video on an app or so forth, that app video can be into your iTunes, into your phone, and then you can share it wherever you want. Or you can just upload it to YouTube and say, hey, look at this app, check it out. And you can be on the fly. You don't have to be on your computer like I'm doing now, doing screen recording on my device through my Mac. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for visiting Apple iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. I would highly suggest for you to check out this app. I will put the link down below in the description to show where you can get this app and get it installed on your iOS device. Again, your device does not need to be jailbroken. It has just been uploaded and hosted on a different server besides Apple directly, and that's how you can do it. If you want future videos, I'm sorry, I'm kind of sick, so I can't really speak very well. Feel free to select the subscribe button, select on the like button, check out my other videos. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to put them in the comments. I'll see what other videos I can create for you guys. And that's it. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day.